Hello folks, welcome to the show, Jack Chow on East West with G&E TV. For the past month, the busy months, people have been paying lots of attention to the border problems. Call it a border control problem, border control chaos, or, well, anyways, a disaster. As the influx of many, hundreds of thousands of people from Central America down south coming to the States, illegally. So the word legal, illegal, it's kind of on our lips. We say it without much of thinking about the meaning of the words. So today, as to get to the cores, the very center core of the problem, I share my point of views or I share his point of views with my audiences. Joining me is my good friend, Mr. Ken Hamming, beautiful mind people with a beautiful mind, with a handsome face, and also with a big concept. So let's start, right?
Thank you for letting me be here with your viewers.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's my honor.
It's always my pleasure to discuss my problem with you. I take it as my problem because I'm one of the taxpayers.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm the one who donates my money out of my hard-earned dollars to any problems that we're facing.
Yeah.
Right? So now, to give it a definition, what kind of problem are we facing? People say it is the illegal crossing that caused the problem. What caused the illegal crossing? There's another question.
That's right.
And then at this moment, instead of finger pointing, sometimes not only the index finger, well, why don't we put that apart and let's get into the profound level of the issue to find out what causes it. So what's your take?
Well, America in its history has been the shining light of opportunity on the planet, okay? And so there's a lot of people around the world that would like to be in America and have some of our opportunities.
Yeah, they're welcome.
And they're welcome through the processes and the systems we have established for people
in a legal way.
In a legal way. And then they're welcome to contribute to our society by working, earning, and sharing.
While pursuing their own dreams.
While pursuing their own dreams at their own efforts, with their own efforts, which many of our immigrants are very proud to do. And so and then certain places on the planet are more accessible to America than others. So it's hard to go from the Ukraine across the border to America. So there's now there's this route through Mexico where some people from Central and South America are being greeted and welcomed and transported and then dumped at our border. And then walking across, asking to be captured, so then they believe they will be able to be fed, sheltered, and stay here. That's a problem.
All right, okay. Now it is probably a moment we want to elevate the problem into a further analysis of the nature of being illegal or legal, right?
Well, yes.
With or without the paper, you look at it as a paper, but in the law eye, it is legality we're talking about.
Well,
right now, for people who still to cross the border by by applying those illegal activities, are we thinking about at this end of the problem, do we justify it or do we take it as a fact?
Well, I think we take it as a reality. It's a reality, and I'm not one to lean toward justifying it because I live for positive personal character attributes.
I know.
And I'm willing to die for those. And so I think, pride is a very important word. These poor people, these kids and that are coming over here, abandoned by their parents in a way, coming here. How do you quite feel the pride of yourself and your own self-esteem when you know you're doing something rather unwelcome and, and inappropriate.
Yeah. In other words, it is such a stage right now, that is not only a immigration problem, it is a humanity problem now, right? Of course, we're not encouraging, we're not giving awards to any of those illegal activities.
Correct.
But at this end, though, the humanity you're talking about, right? So it's such a mess, all mingled at one time.
Yes.
Should we justify it by sending them back one by one, every single one, regardless, or should we not because they are discriminated, or they are suffering, or they are from a poor area, a poor life, seeking for a better life? So what do we need to do?
Well, personally, I think that we need to respect the people that came here illegally, are working, contributing to America, and that there is no real free lunch in this world. And so I do believe, like many of the Chinese community have waited years to come over here. I know a lot of immigration lawyers and from other countries, and their efforts and their honor of the law needs to be respected. And they didn't come, anybody didn't come here to then just have to pay for other people coming here illegally that get special privileges more than those that came here through the law.
I want you to understand also, I want my audience to understand me, that I'm not only seeking for the solution of it.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to balance what can we do, or can we actually do anything at this very moment?
I think the
number one, to stop a problem is in the long run. To get a cure for the problem is the other. To release the pressure is the third. Do we do 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1? There is a sequential consideration to talk about.
Well, I personally believe you start by securing the border so they can come in.
All right.
That's my belief.
And then what do we do with this one?
What I love about
the ones we have already.
You process them and return them to their homeland. They are not entitled.
One thing for sure, we all confirm that we cannot accept them. Am I right?
A lot of people say, "Oh, bring them over, we'll take care of them," but we can't. It's not our role on this planet to take care of everybody. What you said, which I love, is how do we cure the problem of people wanting to come here? There will be poverty, there will be trouble in the world eternally, because humans have some evil in their nature, and life is a challenge. So we can't solve the desire. I don't think we can eliminate desire. Now, I do think if I was born in these countries they're coming from, you can work within the country and try to improve that country also. And I think the parents that release their kids could put the same effort into improving.
But the challenge is here. The challenge is that what do we want to do? How we can handle the problem? If you want to accept them, it is unfair. It might be unfair or extremely unfair to those who've been here in the long wait, but legally,
right?
In the long wait and contributed in a big way to this country.
Right.
Finally, they earned their status.
They did, and I'm proud of them.
They earned their status by working hard, by behaving to the laws, right? Okay, now, if we accept any of them, among those illegal crossers, right? We're encouraging them to go illegally, to do illegally, and that bad examples are followed.
And I think that's what's happening.
Right now,
the word is
then
out.
At this very moment, what we are doing is that having them processed. In the process, though, it is a big hole there. Well, obviously, it wouldn't work. Lots of people have predicted already. Give anybody a paper, say, hey, come back next week.
Right.
Will you come back? Or will they come back?
Most of them don't. About 20% come back.
Well, those 20% are, how shall I give a definition to them? But there must be something. right?
Right.
The majority, the great majority of them will not show up in court, and they're gone forever.
And they disappear into the mist.
They're disappearing to the mist in a thin air
Right.
in almost no time.
Right.
So, can we come to a conclusion that having a court process to them, to them one by one, not only do we have the time, we don't have the time.
Right.
Not only we don't have the money, not only we do not have the manpower,
Right.
and equipment and facilities to do that. Right. Speaking of facilities, we're short of jails already. But also, it won't work. Nobody will show up at court.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Most do not show up at court. A lot of this problem is from, there was a law in 2008 that was really geared toward trying to provide some protection against those that have been sex trafficked, okay? And so, and a lot of kids. And so they were trying to do due process and that. It was not intended for this influx. But now this influx is being tied a little bit to that law, which means everybody has their own court case. And with 60,000 or 100,000 kids, it'll take forever. We already have 2/3 of our Border Patrol agents doing babysitting.
They're already piled up with 360,000
it's
back files.
Yeah.
So it's going to take them time to do it. And additionally, you're putting 120,000 on top.
Right.
That's 480,000.
Right.
ICE is going to get quite busy on that.
You know, the inflow must be stopped somehow.
All right.
And we have ideas on that.
Good. All right. So let's take a very short moment out. When we come back, we'll still share our point of views with our audiences. Joining me is my good friend, Mr. Ken Hamming, a writer and a commentator, political commentator, and a big supporter of G&E TV.
Yes, sir.
Let's come back.